Hey everybody. Yesterday I had a couple of things I saw on Facebook that really disturbed me. The first one was a video, and basically this man, he had a Confederate flag flying on the back of his truck, which, hey, it's his right. Well, he pulled over to do something, and then all of a sudden there was somebody behind him that just started filming because all these people started gathering. They were black, and they were gathering in the street, and they were like, take it down, take it down. So instead of asking this man, because he got out of his truck and everything, and he was getting something, and he was getting back into his truck, well, instead of asking this man, well, why are you flying that Confederate flag? Or what does it mean to you? He basically, the black male just jumped up there and just ripped the flag down. But at the same time, he was carrying an American flag too. And another guy came up with a big, huge piece of stone and hit the truck and dented up the truck and kept throwing it against the truck and tearing up his truck. And I was kind of angry because I believed that guy had every right to defend himself. And, he didn't, but, with the laws, I mean, you can't. We don't have any freedom anymore, But that American flag, did that guy that was carrying that American flag and also tore down the Confederate flag, did he realize what the American flag is based on? Freedom. Everybody has freedom to believe, to worship, to do things, That's our right. The guy wasn't hurting anyone. I mean, we all believe differently. It's just odd how, they chose violence, and I'm like, that guy, we're on American soil, we have the right, even, our troops are over there fighting for our freedom. Why cannot we not fight for our freedom here? I mean, that's maybe a sad way to put it. Maybe I'm angry, but, I'm not a prejudiced person. I have a biracial child. But I want the same for him. He has every right to do what he wants to do and believe what he wants to do without, people attacking him. That's just how it should be. There's a lot more to the Confederate flag than, what they're seeing. They're only seeing hate. And I truly believe that the NAACP, they're supposed to be to make sure everybody's treated equal, I guess. I don't know. But it seems like all they do, to me, is just keep the hate going. And Martin Luther King was all about, let's all, have our hands together. And, why do we sit there and label each other? They get offended when we say black. They, and it's, everything offends them. I just don't get it. Why do they even, but they label themselves as black. I'm black. Well, I don't walk around saying, well, I'm white. Because I'm not white. Lord forbid, if I was white, somebody better call the ambulance, because if I'm pure white, something's wrong. But I'm just devastated. Why can't we just all live in harmony? Why does anybody have to be, no. If half the time, most of these people, in the NAACP, I haven't seen, as far as any of them, black. Some of them are light-skinned, some of them are brown-skinned, but I don't see any black people in them. And some of them are even white. So, you've got something in you. We're going to be one race one day, It's just, Why do we have to label ourselves? Why does the government even ask on a questionnaire whether we're black or white? What does it matter? We're human. It doesn't matter what shade of skin we are. But it did disturb me that these people, and then right beside where this guy was filming, this black female was waving an African flag. She goes, "Black power, black power." And I'm like, that wasn't what it was all about. That was just, but I really believe that man in that truck with that Confederate flag had, they don't know why he was flying that flag. They just, but yet they chose violence. Something has to be done. Somebody has to stand up. Somebody's got to say something. And it's just not fair. I just want us to live in all harmony, It's just, stop living in the past. We've moved forward. We have moved forward. And there's a lot of hurt from the past. But you don't single out people. You don't single out groups, When I was little and me and my sister would sit on the front steps, these black ladies would come by and spit on us. I didn't hold it against anybody. It was those individuals. You just, it didn't stop me from, having a biracial child. It makes no difference. Color doesn't make any difference to me. Heritage doesn't make any difference. Religion doesn't make any difference. As long as, it's peaceful, and everybody has to participate. Not just the whites, not just the Muslims or anybody else. Everybody has to participate. If you want to separate yourself and, the segregation is, you're leaving it there. You're the one who's segregating yourselves. It's just sad. And I just don't get it. But I believe we're going to have to defend ourselves on our own soul with our own people, because you can't let things go. You always want to blame it on because you're black. Well, those times are pretty much past, and yeah, they're still, but don't think that I can't walk somewhere and because I'm the color I am, that I won't be harassed. It happens. We just don't complain about it. We just go right on, But yeah, even that, I've had discrimination because of the color I am. So, my son, yeah, I get discriminated against all the time. And you just have to get over it and move on. But the fact is when you hang around in the past, like a lot of these people are, and you sit there, well, that's unfair, that's hate, that's offending me, this is offending me. Well, there was a lot of shows on that, they talked about white people, honkies. They went on to town. It's no big deal. We just laughed along with them. Or crackers or whatever we were called. We hear this all the time, but the fact is, Martin Luther King, this is not what he wanted. Why they, think that, that this is what he would have wanted when you keep, separating yourselves. We are no better than each other, we are all the same. We are all equal. You're going to run into people that have problems with that. And, hey, you just have to deal with that person or not deal with that person. But to constantly, gnaw on that, you're going to start up something that's not worth starting up. You're going to cause some serious problems. And everybody needs to step back and take a look at that. And everybody needs to know their freedom and what they should do and what they shouldn't do. I have no problem with the Confederate flag. and there was a lot of history behind the Confederate flag, and doesn't just go towards hatred to the blacks. They might have had some individuals that thought, oh yeah, but those were individuals. You can't take individuals with everybody else's thoughts and feelings about it. I mean, it's totally different. But it's just sad. But I feel like we need to go ahead and step back and really take a look and know who's in our best interest, because we all deserve rights. We all deserve to be respected, but yet some people are just going about it the wrong way. It's just really sad. And then I saw the lion thing of Cecil, and that just broke my heart. I was just devastated. And you know, I don't know what story is what. There's so many different stories, you know, and he has apologized, and you know, and his story could be correct, you know. I mean, you just don't know. So I mean, just a lot of stuff yesterday was just so negative. That's why I don't watch TV that often, because there's so much negative stuff on. But it took me a while to get over it. But I'm just still angry, you know, that here in America, you feel like you've got the power to go up and damage somebody's vehicle just because the flag that they're showing pride for, you know, their history. And you go up and you damage their truck, you rip their flag down. I mean, that's offensive. He wasn't hurting you, but he could have. And it might just one day come down to that. So, I mean, you're making a lot of people angry. And a lot of people can be, you know, the last thing you want is a war on your own soul with your own people. I mean, it's just, but it's getting heavy. And everybody needs to take a really good look. You know, Martin Luther King was a good man. And what he wanted for us was to be equal and walk hand in hand. Well, NAACP, you just need to back off. I mean, we're working towards, you know, being fair. And there's a lot of stuff out there that'll offend all of us. But yet, you need to, I mean, you can't sit there and, you know, heritage and history, you can't change history. You can't change every person's mind. And you're just making uprisings all the time. It's like you're just trying to get power or something. I mean, and you're going to cause more chaos than, you know, good. And it's, you know, that's not what he was for. He just, I mean, there was a lot of things then, and that's what he fought for. And I believe, you know, he was a famous man, and you can't outdo him because he had the right thing in mind. You know, he just wanted us to walk equal, and pretty much more so we do. But don't think that just because you're black, you're being, you know, white people get discriminated against too. Old people get discriminated against. Young people get discriminated against. I mean, uneducated people. I mean, it's everybody gets discriminated against. You can't make an issue all the time. You know, you can't make an issue, you know, of hate, because there are people who hate. But you can't use that one person to say the whole world is like that, or the whole United States is like that. And this disrespect to the American flag, you know, it's sad to hear that man carry the American flag while he was tearing down the Confederate flag, and yet that just symbolizes freedom to, you know, to do what you want to do, and yet you're taking away someone's freedom while holding the American flag. you know, because it's offending you. I mean, I'm just sorry, but this is just how I feel. It's a bit ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous. Um, and I'm just starting to see a lot more people or groups as a joke. Yeah. As a joke. So, be mad at me. Don't understand what I'm saying, but I don't know. That's just how I feel.